Hey guys, what is up? It is Minutes of Audio, and today we're going to be doing a special video. Instead of an album review, we're going to be reacting to r/Kanye's list of worst songs from each album. So if you like what we have to say, make sure you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more content. We're going to be having a bunch of videos coming out in the next few weeks. Everything from album reviews to reactions like this.
And a tier list, I think.
And a tier list, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first song on this is...
Oh, before we get into it, by the way, this is the worst song for each solo Kanye project. So it doesn't include albums like Watch the Throne,
Kids See Ghosts.
Yeah, Kids See Ghosts. And it is one per album. So, if you see the song on here that you think like, oh, how could this be on the top 10 worst Kanye's list? It's because it's probably just the worst for that record. Just to clarify.
And before we go into each song, we'll say which album it's off of, so you can follow along in case you're not you don't know his discography off the top of your head. Yep. Okay, so the first song is gonna be from The College Dropout. What the Reddit put on there was Breathe In, Breathe Out.
I think that's criminal, to be honest. Breathe In, Breathe Out. I don't know, man. That's always been a bop to me.
Yeah.
The hook, I love the hook. I don't know. It's not the best song on the record, but it's no way the worst. It's so catchy.
Yeah, I don't know how they put Breathe In, Breathe Out on here. I mean, compared to the other songs on the album, it's definitely not one of the songs that you walk away wanting to go back to listen to right away, which is the case with most of these songs, besides like 2 or 3. But yeah. So the ones that we put on this for our worst song is New Workout Plan.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's not entirely bad. I wouldn't call it a bad track, but it kind of seems a little corny. It seems a little I don't know. It tries too hard, I think. And then the whole, I don't know if interlude would be like the proper word for it, but like that section in the middle where you have all the girls being like, "Oh my God, I love Kanye. I love Kanye."
That bridge.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's too much.
I think the biggest problem with it is that, well, it is the only song from the album that sounds extremely dated.
That's true.
If we were listening to that in 2004, whenever it came out, we'd probably like it, but it just modern hip hop does not sound like that anymore. And it is supposed to be a joke song. It's not supposed to be serious, but it just doesn't sound good.
I think it comes off like it doesn't play the joke well, though. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. The next one's gonna be from Late Registration, and what the Reddit chose was Bring Me Down.
And I think we agreed with this one, right? Or did we choose this one, or was it? Oh no, it was Addiction. That's right. It was between these two.
Addiction. I don't know. Bring Me Down. I like Addiction. I also like, but I would just rather listen to Bring Me Down at the end of the day.
I mean, it's tough. Late Registration is my second favorite Kanye record, so I don't know if there's really a bad track on here. But it was definitely for me, because we both had to agree on which song we were going to put on here. Now, I was split between these two. I think the problem with Addiction, I think you mentioned this earlier, when we were just talking about it, is that it's very repetitive.
It's the same thing pretty much for 4 minutes.
Yeah, and then it kind of takes away a lot from like the replay value of it.
Yeah, so we chose Addiction. So the next one's from his album Graduation. This one's obvious. We chose the same one as our edit. We don't really need to explain why. Just listen to this song and listen to the rest of the album. We chose Drunken Hot Girls. Carl, you want to say anything about it?
I mean, it's funny because in an album that a lot of people call really dated, and like it is pretty dated. Um, Ironically enough, I don't know if Drunk and Hot Girl sounds as dated as some of the other tracks. It's just like in total awful. Like it's not. It doesn't feel like it's stuck in a bygone era. It feels like it could have been made 5 years ago, but it just still sucks. I don't know. It's very strange that like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just a horrible song, but
Yeah, to
yeah,
add more to that, the entire album honestly sounds dated. It sounds like a 2008 pop record, kinda. Or like, it sounds
like
heavily
pop rap
inspired by the
almost.
sounds of the time.
Hmm.
But all the ones that sound like that still like stronger, good life. They stand the test of time, in my
Yeah,
opinion, because they
yeah.
still
They have a
sound
lot.
unique.
They have replay value.
Yeah. Besides, Good Life is a little long. They should have cut a minute out, but that's a
Hmm.
topic for another day. Um, so the next album we're gonna be talking about is gonna be, or next song from the album is gonna be "808s and Heartbreaks." It's another one where we had the same opinions as the Reddit. See You in Your Nightmares. I'll let Carl talk about it.
I mean, going through, uh, 808s and Heartbreaks, it honestly it was hard to pick a worse track because even with "See You in My Nightmares," I mean, for me it was an obvious pick, I guess, but there's still positives about it. I think Lil Wayne feels a little off on the record. And I'm never a huge fan of his auto tune shit. Uh, and even Kanye, like he puts up a decent performance, but it definitely isn't the best. But it's like, I could see why people would
It's
like
not a
this
bad
track.
song though.
Yeah, it isn't a bad song. And
And
no, you go, you go.
with 808s, it was probably the hardest one for us to choose because
Mhm.
every song on that album is just amazing.
I mean,
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
go amazing personally, but
Ooh, well, every song is good enough as to where I wouldn't consider it to be bad.
yeah. Um, so for the next one, uh, okay, this it's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and we put Blame Game. I was stuck between two, but ultimately, yeah, I think Blame Game deserves it. We agreed with the Reddit again. Um,
What was your other choice though?
Shoot, it was the one right before Blame Game. Uh, Forget the name.
Hell of a
again.
Life.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like Hell of a Life because it's kind of like the first time we see Kanye experimenting with the sounds that he uses on Yeezus.
that is true. Like re-listening to it, just because we re-listened to some of these tracks before we had started recording, I did pick up on that. Maybe that's why I wasn't as huge of a fan of it, because I don't know, like Yeezus took time to grow on me, and that's maybe why like I wasn't that big of a fan, and I didn't really visit that song much. Because it's definitely the one I revisited the least out of all the ones on that record. But Blame Game, I could see why people don't like it, and even me, it's at best the second worst track on the record, and I'm fine with putting it as the worst. I don't know if you want to go more into it.
Nah, you pretty much have the. We agreed on that one pretty much. The next one's from Yeezus, and wait, yeah, Yeezus. This was genuinely the hardest one to choose, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
on this one, every song is almost a 9 or a 10.
Dog shit. No, I'm playing.
What?
I was joking. So yeah, the Reddit has Send It Up, and we have.
I'm in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm in it doesn't have the replay value of Send It Up. I don't know. I don't like anything. Okay, I do like I'm in it, but I don't like the moaning in the beginning.
Yeah.
But some of the lyrics in the song are funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like the eating Asian pussy, call it sweet and sour sauce.
Jesus Christ.
Like that's a good bar.
Dude, Send It Up. I mean, I feel like we couldn't put Send It Up as the worst, dude. That song is so hype. I don't care what
Yeah,
anyone says. The like damn horns and shit. It sounds like such a clusterfuck, but it's so good.
and he has that benzo line in it.
Yeah. Dude, take it ass. It's so good. What's it?
So
Park your
the
ass
next
outside.
the next one is from Life of Pablo. Life of Pablo. We decided on a different one at first because we weren't sure if the Reddit list allowed it or not. The original one we went with was what was it?
It was. I think I had feedback, but you had a different one.
I had Fade.
Yes.
But after we saw the
Which
list
is
allowed
criminal,
part two,
by the way.
Nah.
That's horrible.
the bass
but
line's just too
continue.
repetitive. But after we saw that the Reddit list allowed part two, we both put part two because that is. It's not that it's a bad song, but it's just a remix.
It's a remix, yeah.
It's still a good song, but it's a remix.
It's
better than the original too.
Yeah, that is true. It just kind of feels weird having a designer song just plopped into the middle of a Kanye rap. I don't know. I didn't really get it.
Yeah, no, me neither. Song is from the album Ye, and the one the Reddit chose was Wouldn't Leave, which I feel like is just not correct in any capacity. And there's not any mindset I could see myself being in as to where I wouldn't like that song. But the one we chose was I Thought About Killing You.
Well, which we should state was decided on a coin flip.
I thought it should be Violent Crimes because Kanye didn't even write Violent Crimes.
Kanye doesn't write half of his shit.
Some of it, you could tell when he doesn't.
I don't know, man. Some of this shit sounds like Pusha T's kind of like his ghostwriter, right? Maybe the ones that sound the same, maybe because they're all written by Pusha, right? I don't know.
You know?
But, okay, we'll give our reasons. If you want to start with yours first, you can.
So, I do like I Thought About Killing You, but there are some things that I don't like about it. Me and Carl talked about it before. I don't think either of us are really too into the two-minute talking segment of the song. Should have been 30 seconds to a minute, considering he's just repeating the same thing. But the ending of the song, if you don't like it, you just don't like life.
See, like, and I think that's like the thing that like separates us both. Because I know you don't like the beginning part of it, but I'm much more critical about the beginning part of it. Because for half the track, it is just him bullshitting. I mean, I get the message kind of, but this was definitely Kanye in his faux philosophical phase where he's like, I'm a free thinker, you know, I'm a genius, yeah, I got all these ideas and shit. And I think some like the worst of it showed up on that song where in the first, 2.5 minutes he's really just saying nothing and he's just trying to sound like smart. And it puts a sour taste in my mouth, I guess.
To further your philosophical thing, I think the perfect way to describe the album would be either Kanye's Joker moment or Kanye being way too into Joe Rogan.
It's true.
It's one of the two, and you can't convince me otherwise.
He's a Joe Rogan, bro. We knew it.
He's a Joe Ro.
Joe.
The next one, we had the same as Jesus is King. We had the same reaction as the Reddit. I think most people would consider this to be his biggest flop, if not worst song.
I'd say it's between this and Drunken Hot Girls. It's close.
Yeah, I agree. Because even like songs like Lift Yourself, I'd still rather listen to than one of these two.
No, okay. It's a little bit of a tangent, but Lift Yourself is actually, like, for what he was trying to do, it's a good song. I mean, it's a troll song, you know? I would never include that.
If he would have rapped or something too, that song would have been goated. Like, that would have been considered one of his top 10 of all time.
It would have been, but...
The sampling's fucking perfect. The build-up in the song, too.
It's just so good, though, that he did that just to spite Drake. I think that makes it even more legendary.
It does,
he's
but
willing to stoop that low just to be an ass.
it is one of the best trolls of all time. But I still would have liked to see a version of it where either him or Drake rapped on it.
Yeah, true. Good point.
So yeah, I was gonna say Water for mine, but Closed on Sunday just
They're both
even the
bad.
instrumental isn't too hot. Like it's pretty good, but like it's I don't know why Kanye went with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, well, not just an acoustic guitar, but like it sounds like the type of acoustic guitar that you'd hear on a mainstream pop song, trying to be, all like sentimental and shit. It doesn't even sound anything special. Like you could hear any producer make something like that.
Low key, that song might just be a troll too.
If it is though, it's not evident enough. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. And so the last album is Donda, of course. We had the same reaction as the Reddit, but I don't know. I think this one, if the Reddit did not, we were split on it at first, but also, the subreddit did not include Tell the Vision for this one, and I think everyone would have chose that one. But on OK, there's not enough Kanye on it. He's only in it for like the first 45 seconds. And then he's just gone.
Even when he is in it, it's just it's definitely one of the weaker moments from Kanye on the entire record.
I don't know. I like it. I'll listen to the first 45 seconds because it sounds.
Then just skip it.
I will. Yeah. Listen to once Kanye stops, I skip. And then Off the Grid, I usually just skip straight to Kanye.
See, that was criminal because the entire song is good. Come on, you can't be doing that to him.
Yeah, but when I get off of work and I want to rap, I don't want to sit my ass through 3.5 minutes.
But Cardi
I want to rap to Kanye on the way home.
The Vamp King. You can't skip the Vamp King.
You know they're supposed to drop a collab album?
What?
Yeah, Playboy Cardi and Kanye was supposed to be called Narcissist.
I'd be willing to bet my entire house that never drops.
Oh, it's never gonna drop.
Yeah, there's no way that Kanye will ever. He probably just said that to make Cardi happy or whatever. And he's like,
it was either a collab album to make him happy, or he was gonna produce the album.
Okay, I could see that. Ooh, that'd be good actually. That would be good.
Right?
I'd love a Cardi album produced by Kanye.
In the comments, tell us what your list would be. And if you don't like our list, make sure you let us know.
Yeah. Be offensive with it, okay? Be offensive with it.
Call me slurs.
Yeah, okay, well...
PG slurs.
Yeah.
Like idiot.
Only the good type, okay? Only the good type.
Idiot, stupid, Nimrod.
Dumb.
Tubby. Don't call me Tubby, though.
Yeah, because that's PG-13. We don't accept those.
Yeah. You call me Tubby, you get banned in the comments, bitch.
Yeah, you can use bitch though. That's fun.
As long as you're not referring to me as one.
Yeah, if you're just using it in like the normal, just like general sense.
So yeah, then our next video is gonna be out on Monday. It's gonna be an underscores review, and yeah, so stay tuned for that. Have a nice night, morning, afternoon,
wherever you are.
Yeah, but also fuck you. Okay.
True. All right, see you, folks.